Living History, World War II stories as told by those who were there.
Today we will hear the story of Sergeant Jack Robbins. Sergeant Robbins was a radio operator on a B-17 flying high in the skies over Europe during World War II. On his 11th mission, he was shot down over Germany, bailed out, was captured, and spent 14 months as a prisoner of war.
No, the only injuries that I can recall was the last mission that I was on. My ball turret gunner was wounded, my flight engineer was wounded, but and everybody got out. Well, we were coming back from Berlin, and we were hit by flak, and it put our number 1 and a number 3 engine on fire. Looking to the rear, a German fighter came in off of our left horizontal stabilizer and just continued pumping lead into our number 2 engine. It was shortly after that our alarm bell went off by the pilot.
Okay.
And the pilot, when he determines that we're injured to the extent he's not going to get this thing back, and we got to get out of this thing. And I motioned to the guys, thumbs down, and they had recognized, the bell, and they were getting ready to go. So the one of the waist gunners and myself got our ball turret gunner out of there. We had an obligation to him. We put him in there, we got to get him out first. And he was wounded, so we got his chute on him, and my waist gunner took him back to the side door of the fuselage and pushed him out. And I put on my chute, because we wore chest packs in those days. They were easily fitted to a harness that we wore. And I put my chest pack on, put one foot into the bomb bay on the catwalk. And as I put my one foot into the catwalk, a series of, I guess, 50s had come up through the bottom of the radio compartment. Okay. And so, to say the least, I got my second foot into the bomb bay and the catwalk, and of course, it's a moment of decision there. What do you do? We didn't know what to do. Nobody ever bailed out before. We never had instruction on what to do, and it was a question of just basically using your head. Do I just stand on the catwalk and jump out, or do I kneel down and fall out like I'm tumbling off of a diving board? Which is what I elected to do. When I fell in pulling the ripcord, nothing came out.
So what did you think then?
David, you don't think, you just do.
Okay.
I remember pulling the cords and grabbing hold of this patch and opening it up, and out came the pilot chute, and digging in to help the pilot chute pull out the main chute. Well, by the time it opened, I estimated myself to be about 1,000 feet above the clouds. So I must have made, I don't know, maybe a 14 or 13,000 foot free fall, something like that, before it opened up. And I must tell you, in all candor, it's the most incredibly ethereal trip you'll ever make in your life. Because you hang there a complete dead weight and just float down. It was a clear day. There was, and then going through the clouds, and then ending up in a farm field. I made a good landing, and as I was running, a rifle shot came at
You may contact the Palm Springs Air Museum at 760-778-6262 for more information concerning the Veterans History Project. We're happy to interview any veteran or civilian who participated in any of our country's military conflicts, and will provide a DVD of the interview for the family.